By this time, you will hopefully have read the directions for Project 3. You can see it's very complicated. If you have not read those directions, you really need to go back, read the directions now before you even look at this video, or you're not going to quite know what you're doing right now. What this video and the other videos in this folder are going to do is help give you some guidance using Blogger or Blogspot. You're going to be, as the directions indicate it, making a blog, and I highly recommend that you use Blogger or Blogspot. It's called either way. It's sometimes called both, mostly because it's connected to Google, and therefore by having your AVC email account, which is technically a Gmail account, you actually already have access to it. So what I'm going to do right now is to give you a quick introduction to accessing and using Blogger. So first, I'm going to type in the address for Blogger, and it takes me, as you see, to my login account for my Google account. And again, as someone at AVC, you have a Google account. That's how your email works. It's all the same thing. Now, what you do is you log in with your AVC email, and then you use the password that you use for your AVC email, and you click sign in. Now, my screen is going to look different than yours because I've already created some blogs, but I can still show you around a bit how things work. And what it is, you'll just have to create a brand new blog. Now, in order to create a new blog, there's a button here that says New Blog. You click New Blog, and then it asks you for a title. It asks you for an address. Now, your address will be whatever you type in here and blog.blogspot.com. That's going to be the address for your blog. And that's what you need to send me by Monday, November 17th, is this address. Now, what you'll do is you may need to try a few addresses. So if I just put Scott, it's saying, you see, sorry, this blog address is not available. That means someone else already has this address. So what you have to do is keep trying so you can add some numbers to it. So let me try 2456. And it says this blog address is available. So at that point, I could create a blog with the address Scott2456. Again, whatever you put here, when I'm saying to upload your blog address into the comment section, it's what you type here. And it'll be whatever you type that's accepted, .blogspot.com. That's the blog address you need to send me that you'll use the Project 3 upload form, where it says site address upload form. Use that in the Project 3 folder. Now here is where you would select what you want it to look like. You have a lot of different options for look. You can select whatever look you want. I don't put any restrictions on you in terms of design. I'm only interested in the content. And then once you click something, you would select create blog. I'm not going to create a blog right now because I already have a couple, so I'm going to click cancel. But what you would do is choose a site design and then select or click on create blog. Now I'm going to go into the example of the blog that I've given you. So if you go back to the Project 3 folder, you will see that I've given you an example blog that you should use to study as sort of what your blog should look like, as what a good blog would look like. So for right now, I want to go into where it says create new post. This is how you create your individual posts. So I could create a new blog post here, and what I really recommend you do is you make each entry in your bibliography a separate blog post. It's the easiest way to organize and manage your blog. So select new blog post, you type in what you want, and then what you would do is you would go up here and you would click publish, and that is what puts your blog, or puts that post on your blog. So you have to do 20 resources, so you would be publishing 20 posts. Each post would be a book or an article or a website. Now, you don't have to do it that way. You can actually type everything up as one big post. It's up to you. I really do think it's easier, however, if you type everything, you type each separate entry as a separate blog post, and your blog is just the collection of posts. So since I'm not going to create one right now, I'm going to click close. And what it actually gives me now in terms of what page I'm on is these are the posts that I have. So if you go to the example I've given you, these are the different posts that I've already put up. So for example, I'm going to actually look at this first one, and I'm going to click edit. And this is an HTML form. HTML is a little too intense, so I'm just going to click compose. There we go. That's much better. So this is what one of my blog posts looks like. So author names here, title here. Here's author names. The title of your journal. So this is what a periodical blog post will look like. And by the way, whenever you create blog posts, you can go back and change them and edit them. You can open them and edit like I did. You can go in and make changes, and then you would click update to go back to go to the new version or to add the changes you just did. I'm going to click close again. I can go here to edit for the second one. And the second one is a book. So here's the author's name. Here is the title of the book, and here's the publisher information. By the way, the example I'm using is MLA. However, you can use either MLA or APA format. It's up to you. So again, I'm going to click close. Now, there's actually one here that I'd started working on at one point. I can actually delete that. So whenever you have a blog post that you create and you want to get rid of it, you can just click delete and say OK, and then that's deleted, and all I have are the 3 that I have made. And by the way, if at any point I want to look at my blog, here I can click view and see one entry, and this is the design I chose. Yes, I'm a librarian, so I chose one with a lot of books. And it created, by the way, you can see it created a new tab. But this is just one post. On the other hand, if I click the title, I can see my full blog post. But this is, again, what you can see because I've given you a link to this post in the Project 3 folder. I'm going to go back here to my working area. Another way to see my blog posts, I can just click where it says View Blog. And again, it opens up another tab, as you can see up here. And it just shows me, again, what you can see. But this is how you can go back and forth to see your blog as you're developing it. And then when you're done, you can just log out.